Spoiler warning for Project Cat and Paper Lily Chapter 1. If you haven't played Paper Lily yet, Chapter 1 is free on Steam and itch.io, so there's no reason not to try it. Also, if you're not comfortable with depictions of blood or strong violence, then stay away from Paper Lily and stay away from this video. It's no secret that Paper Lily uses a lot of music boxes, but what for? What do they mean? Let's firstly establish what music boxes symbolize. Music boxes are often connected with feelings of comfort, nostalgia, and by extension, childhood memories. For example, a music box can be a gift you give to a loved one if you're going away, or to be remembered by, or just as a gift to be nice, and listening to the music inside reminds you of them. I believe this point is supported by Lacie's Lullaby, the title screen theme for Chapter 1. This song is a music box rendition of Lacie's motif. I want to point to the name, Lacie's Lullaby. A lullaby is a song sung to soothe children, which supports the earlier idea of childhood memories. Recall Lacie's backstory. Things were normal for a while. Her family and her friends loved her, and she obviously wants to return to that time rather than being hated by even her own parents. After all, that's what the plot of the game is. You could also argue that Lacie feels badly about her life starting from when the curse began. This curse completely ruined her social life and teenage years. It wouldn't be illogical to assume that she wants to go back and just live a normal life. So, if we assume Lacie got this music box from a relative when she was young, it would make sense why this song is Lacie's lullaby that soothes her with good, yet distant memories of the past. You could also say the same about Project Cat's title theme, Project Cat. Analyzing this piece is debatable because it is stock music that wasn't originally made for Project Cat, but the choice to use a music box is definitely something worth exploring. Cat's childhood memories are less obvious, but let's remember she literally does a ritual to get her father back, and when we see into Cat's head, what we see is Cat and her father when she was young. When you get closer, Cat disappears. Cat obviously misses her father, so much that she's motivated to risk her life doing a ritual to get him back. Let's also talk about A Witch's Lament. This is a solemn track that plays after completing Miss Knives' fight, when she starts to break down over her trauma resurfacing because of Lacie forcing her to remember everything. Miss Knives and Lacie have a lot of connections, and the music box motif is one of them. Miss Knives had her life completely ruined by the curse, or blessings, or whatever happened to her, and her childhood years were also ruined, just like Lacie's. She obviously wants to go back to before her life was ruined, which I think is best shown by the cutscene where she stabs her eyes saying she doesn't want them, and because she thinks her life can return to normal if she doesn't have them. Well, that's all for music boxes and Paper Lily. There is absolutely nothing left to talk about. Oh, that theme. And that's where the rabbit hole began. Yeah, there's a music box in Wistful Sunset. In fact, there are music boxes everywhere in this soundtrack. I wish I could show you my reaction when I realized that. Alright, let's actually talk about Wistful Sunset then. This theme plays when you first get home after the intro cutscene, and plays until the cutscene where Lacie goes to sleep, then wakes up realizing that she can't slack off. Afterwards, The Way Forward replaces it, a more determined sounding track to symbolize Lacie's newfound determination to get this curse sorted. I believe Wistful Sunset is used to calm down Lacie, who just experienced the trauma of being hated by everybody. Again. And a player who just watched an innocent-looking girl get verbally beaten by an entire coffee shop for seemingly no reason. In fact, Lacie even says things like,
I need to lie down for a minute. I don't want to go back outside. I'd rather go inside right now. I think I'll go straight to my room. This day needs to end. I want to lie in bed.
Lacie's home is a calming place, fit for a calming track after that experience. Lacie is used to being home, after all that's where she's been hiding for months. No one can hurt her when she's home, and this is the place where she has her only company in life, Hero. When you do actually get in bed, a short music box jingle plays. The same jingle plays on the intermission screen after the intro cutscene of both games, but this time with a winding up sound effect. I'm not sure about the intermissions, but the music box playing when Lacie goes to bed makes sense, because, as stated earlier, she's trying to be comforted by sleeping away the pain. There's also another music box related to Miss Knives, and this one is extremely obscure. In the cutscene where you first meet Miss Knives, a track called Excuse Me plays. This cutscene is pretty short, yet you get nowhere near the part where the music box plays, which is right at the end. You don't even get to hear the end in the Chapter 1 trailer. In fact, it stops right before the music box starts. I have no idea why, or if this is intentional, or if the track will be used in a longer cutscene in the future, and I cannot understand what it means, if anything, but whatever. The only meaning I can think of with Excuse Me having a music box at the end is about how Miss Knives both sees fire and mistakes Lacie for Lilith, and seems to have a trauma response from both of these things. But I don't really know what to make of this track, if I'm honest, so if you have any ideas then please tell me in the comments. Okay, finally, I'll talk about the elephant in the room. There's one more music box I've been neglecting, because I just don't know what to say about it. It's in a room labeled question mark in the facility, and it plays the song A Single White Lily. This song is based on an excerpt from Butterfly Waltz by Neo Cave Sound. Interestingly, the original song has a music box rendition of itself near the end, but it seems like Paper Lily's version is an original composition rather than just using the one found in the original song. Thankfully, some members of the Paper Lily Discord server did some digging, and they found out that the image file of the sewing kit in Lacie's home has the file name misc_musicbox.png, but it doesn't seem to be related to the actual music box that we find in this room. They also found out that the original title of Butterfly Waltz in Chinese translates to Butterfly Dream, which could be referencing a Chinese philosopher's tale in which he dreams of being a butterfly, wakes up, and then doesn't know if he is a human dreaming about being a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming about being a human. White lilies also symbolize purity and rebirth, and are used in funerals for that reason. Unfortunately, we have pretty much nothing concrete about this track, so this is mostly a case of waiting for future content and speculating. So, to summarize, Lacie's Lullaby, A Witch's Lament, and Project Cat symbolize their desires to go back to their childhood, because that was a better time of their lives before they started going down worse paths due to events that broke them. The music box in Wistful Sunset is a way of calming down Lacie after her traumatic experience, and so is the music box when she goes to sleep. Excuse Me is pretty weird, it has an obscure music box at the end that maybe has something to do with Miss Knives' trauma somehow, and A Single White Lily is the outlier that we can only speculate about. Huge, gigantic, and enormous thank you to Lily of Flowers from the Paper Lily Discord server for voicing Lacie, and thanks to Aragami and Rav Jesus from the server too for helping with researching A Single White Lily. And of course, thanks to you too for watching the video. Let me know if you have any thoughts about these music boxes that I didn't talk about. Take care of yourself, and see you later.